All right, I believe this is ready to go. Maybe I have to. All right, I believe. There we go. Had to mute my YouTube channel there. And that's it, folks. That is it. Okay, so what I want to do is today is I want to show you a couple of images, posters. I want to show you a little bit about what's going on with TBC. You know, for those who seem to question whether TBC is for real, those who can't quite figure out if TBC is for real or not, maybe it'll help you to realize that that people are buying properties with TBC. They're buying vehicles with TBC. They're buying all sorts of goods and services with TBC. They're buying jewelry. They're paying for all kinds of things with TBC because TBC is the real money. It's not debt based. There's uh, there's nobody on the hook to pay for TBC via taxes or anything like that. It's a system that is ready to go. It's a complete system to do peer-to-peer transactions. This is what TBC is made for. Okay, so let me pull up a couple of things here. So I'm going to share my screen with you in just a bit. I think right now I think you can still see me even though I have minimized my screen because I want to pull up a another website here. Okay, I'm not quite sure why it's not coming up. This is the first time I've ever seen that site not coming up. Let me see. It may have just been an error on my. Okay. Let me see here. So I'm going to try a different browser because it's strange that that site isn't showing. Dot. Um, okay, so no, it's for some reason this is the first time I've ever experienced that the TBC the Billion Coin blog is not coming up. Okay, so I guess we will do without that. Welcome, Lutz Lutz and Paco, thank you for joining me. Okay, so all right, better go back to my screen. There we go. Okay, there were some very good posts in the blog today, and I did not get a chance, or well, I don't know if I can truthfully say that I didn't get a chance because I was doing a bunch of other things, and that really could have waited. I was expecting to get that done and still read the entire blog post, but I didn't get all of that done. So I'll have to get on that post afterwards if the site comes up then, and read that complete update, because I was talking with a friend of mine today, and he had read the whole thing and said there was some good things on there. So I'm looking forward to reading those and see what all they are. So so in the meantime, we'll keep talking about TBC. I believe that TBC is right on the verge now where we will grow very fast, because for one, we've been along a while now, and we have been on YouTube a lot. And for many people, they have to see something for quite a while before they will, consider it to be something worth checking out. Um, you know, I can say that for myself quite a few times because I've been doing internet marketing for quite a number of years. And it has happened quite often where a program would come along, and I would, see it, and again and again and again. I didn't pay attention to it. I was busy with my own things. And then eventually because you keep on seeing it, eventually I would, spend a bit of time to check it out. And I've came across some pretty good programs that way. And I think that's where we are with TBC now. Now, especially considering the fact that there are a great number of cryptocurrencies out there. And that's exactly what they are, cryptocurrencies. TBC, on the other hand, is not actually a cryptocurrency, but it's a crypto money. And the difference between those is simply that a cryptocurrency is basically, it's not debt based, but it is still on. It's still the poverty mindset. The entire idea of how it presents itself is still poverty based. So why would I say that? Well, when we look at the at how it works, and that it's in the exchanges, or they are all of these coins, even though some of them, what they do is to try to give them value, is to attach them to some sort of a service uh, that possibly would replace, something like real estate filing. For instance, if real estate land deeds and so on, if they are filed on paper, well, they can actually be manipulated, even though it might not happen much nowadays. I don't know, but but there is that possibility because they are only in a file. And if someone successfully has the capability of manipulating those documents, well, then they can be used in a way that actually a person could, lose a property on account of it or something like that. Whereas blockchain is more secure that way because there isn't a way to go and manipulate a a stored document on the blockchain. There's no access to it except to a visual access maybe, but it can't be manipulated. You can't get to it to change anything. And so TBC, instead of having thank you, dear. Instead of having something else attached to it, any type of service or whatever to try and give it value, TBC has a different value. It is a value on its own in the sense that it's backed by people, by the agreement of people. And when we really think about it, isn't that how anything achieves its value or acquires its value? When two people make a trade, well, what it basically takes is for them to agree on that trade to to give value to whatever they're trading with, right? That's good coffee. All right, so I was thinking that my friend Pedro was going to be on, but I don't see him, so I guess I will just keep on keeping on here then. So when we think of TBC as being a value, so how can we really bring value to TBC? How can we really bring value to it in everyday life as in business or so on? Well, instead of trading it for fiat money first, why not do what many are doing already, is to accept TBC for payment. And if you can't accept TBC for all of the payments, if you're a merchant, well, then accept TBC for part of it, and for the rest, you still might need your fiat money in order to pay the bills and so on. And then eventually, as TBC grows more common, you'll be able to use it in all areas of life. Now, I came across some information that I believe actually it's very common already. I think very many people actually, people who are more into that type of thing are probably more familiar with it than or found it much sooner than I did. That is perpetual power, because there is a power generator that has actually been since the 1950s, when it was originally created by, I believe his name was John Searle, and it's a wonderful generator. It actually has no wearing parts, which seems almost a little bit it almost seems like impossible, right? To have something that actually does not have moving parts to wear. Well, it does have moving parts, but but they don't wear. And it's once you understand how the machine works, I don't understand all the details, but it is a really, really, really nice machine, and that it runs all on its own. It doesn't have to be driven by anything, and generates power, and that is what I am very much interested in. Anything, and generates power, and so I'm hearing myself on your speaker there, Pedro. Okay, so now why is that not working the way it did the other day, or will it? Maybe it will. Okay, so what I am very interested in, and this is what I'm planning to do. Of course, right now, I'm busy with promoting TBC and getting it moving more. But eventually, I am planning to be involved in generating and creating these generators that will make free energy. Well, in a sense, you wouldn't really call it free. I guess it depends on what your definition of free is. I call it free because, to me, when you buy the unit that will generate the power, then and you buy it once, and you never have to, have monthly bills or anything, or buy any fuel to drive it or anything like that. To me, that is free energy, even if you had to buy it up front. Whereas with some people, I notice that they consider it not free if you have to buy it. But like I said, that's only a matter of interpretation, I guess. But imagine the wonderful thing to have a unit that generates the power for everything in your house, for heating, for cooling, like air conditioning, for stoves, for whatever it is you need to run or to do. It generates the power, and there's no bills to pay on it. There's no monthly power bill. There's no fuel bill to run a generator or anything. You buy it, you hook it up, and you got your power. To me, that's a pretty amazing thing. And well, I know that with TBC, we are making people wealthy. And you would say, well, then why not pay for power? Well, the thing is, if we can create the units that generate the power for free with completely free energy, it's not only is it free, not only is it clean, but it literally cleans. If I understand it correctly, it literally purifies the air at the same time. Something of that nature. It's a generating system that literally you could say is as if it's totally natural, part of nature. It works with nature. It's kind of the same as when we are happy. When we are happy, things happen for us. Okay, yeah, hello there, and Pedro, you too now, and thanks for joining me. Anytime you want to say something, you can just go ahead if you want. And so I actually, one of my brothers made well, I don't know, you call it free energy. I guess I did, right? He made one that it uses a battery to get it started, but then once it runs, it charges the battery. So once you can actually unhook the battery, and then it runs on its own power, but it creates quite a bit more power than it uses to run, so it charges battery that way. And I haven't been making anything like that. It's not. It maybe it interests me somewhat, but I don't. Not really enough, I guess, for me to spend the time on it to do it. But I'll be happy doing TBC and then hiring people and get all that going while I do TBC. I think that to me sounds it seems like that would suit me better. So Pedro,
yeah,
should I mention about what we're setting up to do?
Yeah, sure. It should be ready like in a couple of days or so. Yeah.
Yeah. So probably tomorrow we'll probably be setting up the rest of it, and then the day after tomorrow we'll start doing this, and that is we're planning to run a daily all like starting at 1 till 5 every day. It'll be a 4-hour live cast that Pedro and I are going to be doing.
Yeah, John, that's time, right? From 1 till 5 Eastern time?
Yes. Yeah, so it'll be from 1 o'clock till 5 o'clock Eastern time every day. So it'll be a 4-hour period where we'll be talking about various ways of using TBC, just all sorts of things like that, where basically new ideas, innovative ideas, and all kinds of things that we're going to be talking about, how TBC can be used, how local communities can be built, where TBC would a huge help in that, and just so many ways. And not only that, but also envisioning the future of a world with free power and the wealth of TBC. The cleaning up of the planet. There is so much. This planet has become such a mess. From the system that we've been using and so on. And
well, we want it based on TBC, John, right? But we have to talk about those kind of things so that they understand why TBC is so important, right?
Yes.
But it is about TBC.
Right. It all evolves around TBC, but what we're doing is we're talking about seeing the future world of how we can use TBC to really make the world that we want, to build the kind of world that we want. That type of thing.
Yes, and we said that we want to do this every day. I don't think we have talked about weekends, right? How we are going to do it weekends, because it's a 4-hour live stream that it will be. So
yeah, it would, if we get enough people that want to participate in it during those times, then we could have it running 24/7. But it's it's not like between just the two of us. I don't know if we want to go on weekends, because I mean, I don't want to tie myself down. I don't want to really make the commitment to be there on weekends necessarily.
But yeah, if there was someone who wanted to be in, like in weekends, and wanted to run and have a group of friends that they want to chat on it or whatever, then I think we can work that out, right, John?
Yeah, like I would say we would want to know the people quite well before we would do that, because I mean, we obviously people who would before we would consider that, we would have them hang out with us for a while first, so we get the feel, so that that we are all on the same page, because we wouldn't want it to turn into disaster just because we turn it over to someone else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, up front now, to start up, we will just have it 5 days a week, right? Is that what we should be starting with then?
Yeah, I think so. And if we, in our 5-day week, if we if people come aboard, and that we feel are fit right in and are on the same page with us, then we could certainly consider something like that. I mean, what we would probably do is find a way of listening in. Well, we'd of course watch the videos afterwards anyways, and of course we got to realize that when we do that, we are trusting them with our login information too. So in order to do that, we would want to be quite confident of.
I think on YouTube you can make them part of. I don't think they have to log in, as long as the account is logged in, and then they have access to certain things. Isn't that how that goes?
Yeah,
like for
actually it is. We just have to open the account. We just have to open it up then.
Yeah, that is easy, right? Like you can open the account and be live, or be open and logged in, and I think they have just access from certain things, maybe to run a show or something like that.
Yeah, that's actually true. Yeah, and we can do that from anywhere.
Or something.
Sorry?
I'm sorry.
I was just saying, and we can actually do that from pretty much anywhere, wherever there's internet access, right? So.
Yeah, I think so. As long as yeah, you think it doesn't have to be from your computer?
Well, you can do it from your phone.
As long as it's logged in, right?
Yeah, you'd have to log into it with your phone, so that to open it up.
Yeah. Anyways, we will figure that out. But
yeah.
I want to concentrate more on what this is about. But this is probably pretty much all we have to say about now, right? Or
yeah, I think so. Yeah, we don't have to figure it all out now. No.
Just let people know that we are coming up with this. It's a studio, right? But, and then
so there'll be more about it. Like tomorrow, like I said, we won't be on it tomorrow yet, because we got some images to build. We got a little bit of setting up to do, but on Wednesday we should be up and running with that, right?
Tomorrow is Wednesday, isn't it?
Tomorrow's Wednesday.
Oh, well, Thursday then, I guess. I didn't realize Tuesday already. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, today is Tuesday.
It could easily end up that it would be until Monday.
Yeah, this is so much fun doing this that I once in a while I forget how fast the week goes by. So
yeah, you're having a lot of fun, John.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. I like that.
Yeah. So anyhow, again, for those who are coming across this video and watching it, uh, I'm going to, I guess we'll sign off now then. I pretty much have this to just a half hour thing, although I could make it an hour, I guess, but I hadn't planned on it for today. So I'm going to bring this to a close, and then we'll get going on that tomorrow, and get that other piece ready too, and then so if I still do this after that, that means we'll be doing that from 1 till 5, and then at 6 I'd be doing this, and then at 11 I'd be on again. For the Kringle one. All right, so my website is cryptotbc.com, and it's also found in the description. You can find it in the description below. So do check it out, do your due diligence, and go through the information of TBC. Make sure that TBC is that you are in tune with what's going on, with what we are doing with TBC before you jump aboard, because there's no sense in jumping into something without having any idea what it is, and then later turn around calling it a scam and all that. You may as well get yourself educated so you can make an informed decision, so that you know what you're into. And we have a wonderful free gift that we give away to get started, and then we have the cookie rewards program, which can make you a wealthy person very easily. But don't jump on board just because these things sound good. Make sure you understand what the agreement is and so on before you come on board. So with that said, I welcome you very much, if you're watching this video, to check out the information. And if you find that TBC is for you, that you want to be part of ending global poverty, then I will be happy to welcome you aboard. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll be again. Peace.